Hey, it's Reverend Bill, and today is Good Friday, April 18th. It's about 7:24, and I couldn't let Good Friday go without saying hello. I don't know how Good Friday is nowadays, but when I was growing up, it was a very serene time. Of course, we weren't allowed to have any candies or anything like that for the 40 days of Lent. We would still buy them, but we would put them in a Lenten box. And for the 40 days, we would still purchase them. We couldn't eat them. We put them in a Lenten box. And then Easter, we would open it and go nuts. And then our dentist would make a killing after that. But yeah, that's how we enjoyed Christmas. Um, and we'd go to the Stations of the Cross on Good Friday, and then afterwards we would come back and have hot cross buns. Not sure where that tradition came from, but we were not the only ones to have hot cross buns. Although I'm not sure that tradition is still being done. But anyway, um, what what I decided to do today was I wanted to use today because today was a very important day. It wasn't just all about um, not eating meat, especially not bacon. Uh, Although it was kind of funny because as I got older, I guess the rules changed because my niece, when I was about she was, I don't know, 32. I went to my mother's house and she was feeding my niece, who was probably about 10, bacon. So somehow the rules had changed through generations. But had I done that at 10, I'm sure I would have been hung by my toes somewhere. But but for the next generation, it seemed to be okay. Anyway, um, since the Lord gave so much on that day, I've actually got a true story that I wanted to share with you. It's very interesting, and it is true. It might be hard to believe, but if it was easy to believe, I wouldn't take my time to tell you. And it is true. If it was not true, then I would be wasting my time, and I would be wasting your time. And that wouldn't be fun for anybody. And it would actually probably put me on someone's list of being psychotic for walking around telling untruths. So it might be a little hard to believe, but this is actually a story that happened just the other day. Now, I tried to make clear one of the reasons I did this podcast is I want to get it across to people that Jesus is not indifferent. He is involved each and every day with our lives, and we just have to engage him and bring him in and be um, presentable. We have got to live by his rules, and I used this before. We expect our children to follow our rules, um, and hopefully they do. And the Lord is our Father, and He has rules, and we need to follow them, whether we like it or not. And if we follow His rules, and we come to Him in a respective manner, and we ask for help, He will give it to us. So anyway, the story is this: for those who follow me, you probably know I've got two channels. I've got this. Well, this is I'm kind of doing this on the main channel, I guess, and I've got an Awakenings. This one is kind of like anything goes. I kind of do movies, TVs, or whatever. It kind of floats my boat. The other one is Awakenings. I kind of do more of a spiritual uh, message on that. This is probably going to go on both because I think it's got value for both. But anyway, on my other one, I was doing, actually, I think I put that on both as well, because it was a TV show called The Chosen with Jesus. And I do have sometimes co-host. I'm trying to get her to do more with me. She's a friend from Nigeria. She's a very religious woman. She's very close to God as well. And I've been trying to get her to participate because I think it's nice to get different points of view. And she's coming around. She did the second one the other day. She watched The Chosen, which is a fiction of of the life of Jesus, but it's based a lot on facts from the Bible, but it also has a lot of fiction for drama, but it tries to keep in line with the followings of Jesus Christ, and that's what Megan and I are trying to do is watch it as it goes. We've only done the first three chapters and make sure that that we agree it's following the word, the teachings of Christ, and also so far it's proved to be a very, very good family show. You might want to check that out if you haven't seen it yet, and we're going to be continuing that as Megan is available. But anyway, so while she was here, every night I get down and I pray, and there's a laundry list of things because I need the Lord, to help me with a lot of things, and I got a lot of things going in. But since Megan was here, and I know that she's very close to the Lord, and I know I'm very close to the Lord, I get a lot of good things going. He usually helps me quite a bit. There were a couple of things that I've been praying for. I've not been getting a lot of traction for. One thing especially, it's been going on for a couple of years, and I'm not going to get into too much detail, but I really need these things sorted out. And I thought that talking about Matthew 18, it says, "For where two or three are gathered in our name, I am there among them." And I thought to myself, well, I'd be a fool if I didn't take advantage of the fact that Megan's going to be here. And I think that two strong soldiers in Christ, praying for the same thing will be double the effort. So I asked her, I said, after the podcast, could you stay a little bit longer and pray with me for these things that I need? And she was, of course, she was very helpful. And we did the podcast, and then we got down together and we did the prayer for the three things that I've been working on lately to get done. And afterwards, we talked a little bit about what we would fulfill our lives, and with Jesus and all that kind of thing. And I thanked her, and she went on her way. Anyway, the following morning I got up and I had messages that all three had been resolved while I was sleeping. So I called up Megan. I was like, the Lord has done all kinds of things for me throughout the years, but I've never seen responses like this before. I mean, all three at the same time, like immediately. And she said, God is great. So I guess what I'm saying here is, and I suppose you can call that a coincidence. I mean, that's possible, very unlikely. But what I'm trying to explain though is that I've been asked. I was asking for those things for the longest time, and I wasn't getting them, and I don't know why the Lord decided to give them to me at that particular point in time. Maybe it was to teach me a lesson. Maybe it was because Megan was there and needed more force. I don't really know. But what I can tell you is that the Lord does listen. And if you have faith and you keep your life in good order, and you know how to pray, you don't just with your eyes rolling. If you honestly do open up your heart and let him in, and you do it in a respectful manner, and you do talk to him like you would talk to your father, I think you'd find that you will get the results that you're looking for. And I'm not, sitting back making up these stories because, I find it interesting to fool people or to make up stories, or this is how I get my jollies. It's my way of reaching people to let you know that Jesus is out there and he is very interested in establishing communication and relationships with us. And all we have to do is just reach out for him. And I hope that it was helpful for you people. And if you liked it, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any comments, let me know that too. This is Reverend Bill signing off. Have a great day. Bye-bye.